There's a difference between being frugal and being cheap. I want you to be frugal. I don't want you to be cheap. And so in this video, we're going to talk about frugality, but we're going to do this in a way that ties in psychological things, psychological sales tactics that you may not have realized you fall victim to. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this video is tell you some of these sales tricks and hacks that you can avoid that will actually put money back into your pocket and help you live a more frugal life. So let's get into it. First things first, BOGO. Buy one, get one, buy one, get one 50% off. That actually makes you spend more money than you needed to. If you needed one pair of shoes and they had a sale for buy one, get one 50% off, did you save $50 or did you spend an extra $25? I'm just saying, you didn't need the second pair of shoes. Now, if you and your partner, you and your kid were both going to buy a pair of shoes and they happen to have that sale, now that's a good sale because you were already coming to buy two pairs of shoes and now there's a sale for buy one, get one half off. BOGO, buy one, get one, is always a great sale because you're getting one for free. But the buy one, get one 50% off when you think you're getting a steal because you're getting that second pair of shoes half off when you didn't even plan on buying two pairs of shoes, that's a scam. That's a scam. It's making you spend more money than you originally were going to. Number two, spending this amount so that you can get this one item for free. Again, you were only going to spend $75. Now you got to spend another $75 to get a $30 product free. So you're spending $45 extra dollars. You're looking at it as I saved $30. I'm looking at it as you spend $45 extra. It's a scam. It's a scam. And in any case, the only time that's not a scam is when the things that you came into the store for already added up to $150. You're like, oh, hey, you get this free item because you spent $150. You're like, oh, I didn't know that. Put that in the cart. But to go out of your way to buy more stuff that you really didn't need or didn't intend to buy in that moment just to get one item for free, it's a scam. It's keeping you broke. It's keeping your money low. So we're going to stop falling for that as well. Number three, and this one is hard. This one is hard. You might not recognize this, but most salespeople use this tactic, and that is the middle best option. So what they will do is, let's say you want something. You come into the store to get shampoo, okay? They're going to present to you a very expensive shampoo, $300 shampoo. You're like, oh my God, that's way too much money. They're going to say, you know what? Okay, how about this option? That's $150. And you're like, okay, because compared to $300, $150 is a steal. But in reality, there's a $50 shampoo bottle that's just as good. But they're not offering that one to you. They're offering you that middle one, the one that most people are going to buy. That top one, they don't actually even intend on selling that. That one is literally the decoy. It's the setup to get you to buy the one they want you to buy, which is the $150 product. So you got to be careful with that. That's why it's important to kind of do your research and just know what you want to buy and what price range you want to stay in. Okay, so that's our third one. Be careful with that one. Like I said, that one's kind of sneaky, but usually when someone is showing you a high ticket item and they come back with a second lower ticket item, I guarantee you there's something even cheaper than that. But they want you to buy this one. So that's another way you can be putting money back into your pocket by being aware of that. Number four, rounding up to donate. Now hear me out. I'm all for donations, okay? But I recommend that you pick charities, pick people, pick things that you want to donate your money to, because that rounding up, especially when you're making, let's say, 40 transactions in some capacity a month, that's a little outrageous. Let's say 10 transactions a month. That adds up, and that can be money. Like, you could be, Acorns has this function where when you swipe your debit card, it takes that difference and it automatically invests it in yourself. So again, that change that you're donating, you could be donating that into your own savings and watching that build up. Again, I'm not saying don't help. My freaking mic died mid-video. So here I am talking, dropping all these gems, and no sound was picking up. And I had no idea what I was saying because this wasn't a scripted video. I was just going off of what was coming to my brain. So I'm going to try my best to repeat the things I just said. And I pray I can get it all. So where the sound cut off, I was talking about the rounding up the donation. So yeah, I'm not saying don't participate in those things. I'd rather you be selective and actually donate your money to causes that feel personal and close to you, and use that Roundup method to actually invest into your own investments. Moving on, the next thing that I mentioned, or one of the things I mentioned, was using credit strategically. So when you go to a store, let's say Best Buy, okay? Best Buy, please, nothing against you. You were the first store that came to mind when I was making this video. But let's say you want to buy a new TV. And so you go into that store, you want to buy a TV. They're offering a promotion right now. If you got good credit, you can open up a line of credit and pay on this for 2 years. So you decide to open that line. Well, lo and behold, you actually get approved for $5,000. Now the sales associate is saying, well, hey, you got $5,000 to spend. You want to get a TV stand for that TV? You want to get this new speaker? You want to get the Blu-ray disc player? I mean, you got $5,000. You got 2 years to pay it off. Why not? You will be making a huge mistake to max that card out. Now, if you were already in the market, let's say you were getting the TV from Best Market, but you were getting the TV from Best Buy. Maybe you were getting the Blu-ray player from Ace Hardware. Maybe you were getting this. Maybe there were all these things that you already were going to shop for, just in different places. But now it would be beneficial for you to actually buy it all at Best Buy if the price is about the same, because you are getting that deal. But if you had no intention on buying all that stuff and now you buy it all just because you got a line of credit, you got a year to pay it off, that is not helping us gain financial freedom. That is hindering our ability to gain financial freedom. And that is what these companies are relying on. Which brings me to my next step of remembering to cancel things, re-sign up for things, or pay off things. And what I mean by that is, like, cable, for example, internet, Wi-Fi, whatever. When you first sign up, they give you that new member deal. And that deal is good for a year or 2 years, maybe. When that expires, your bill goes up. They're counting on you to forget about the promotion, or just not pay attention to your bank account and not realize that now your bill that was $50 is not $80, and you've been paying $80 for the past 18 months. That is taking away more money from you, and that is not living a frugal life. So when you sign up for these promotions, put a calendar invite in your phone, or a calendar reminder in your phone to say, this is expiring. Either reach out to re-sign at the same price, cancel, or whatever. Because that's how they get you. And it's not just those companies, it's phone companies, it's gym memberships. Sometimes you sign up for a basic membership for 1 year, and after that 1 year, they automatically upgrade you to the next one because that was in the fine print that you didn't read. And here you are paying down $20 for a gym membership when it was supposed to be $10. So things like that keep us from gaining that financial freedom because we're spending extra money that we didn't intend to spend. And that goes with those credit cards as well. When you have 3 years of no interest, some of us will literally just not pay on this at all and wait until that 3rd year to start making payments. By then, it's too late. Now you got this big sum to pay off, and that's what the credit card companies are hoping. Because here's the secret. When you don't pay it off in that time frame, not only do you owe them your original payment, your original purchase amount, now you owe them all the interest that was accumulating in those 3 years. Because you failed to plan properly and pay it off when you were supposed to. So that is another way of these little scams and these little things that people hoping that you just forget about it. Maybe that was it. I'm not sure if that's all that I said, but those are the 2 things that I know for sure I wanted to hit on. So if you like this video, you know what to do. Give me that thumbs up. I will greatly appreciate it. The knowledge we gain is powerful, but it's knowledge that we share that makes a difference. So share this video with someone that you know falls victim to some of these little scams, as I call them, ways of getting us to spend more money than we actually need to. I'll catch you in my next video, and as always, don't forget to crush it.